High frequencies, everyone. Shout out real quick to my nail tech, Precious Gray. Uh, she's always doing her thing, y'all. And I show her something and she makes it happen. So shout out. I'm a sacred geometry head. I love sacred geometry. If you see my tattoos down my spine, they're all 6 different sacred geometry symbols that I like. Starting at the top with Metatron's cube down to the base of my spine of Vesica Pisces. So shout out, Precious. If you're in the area, y'all definitely check her out for all of your nail, pedicure, manicure, designing needs, ladies. She's dope. All right, anyway, yeah, this is the Black Fit Witch here, and yeah, I'm feeling, I'm a little congested still. I've been sneezing congested, but I still wanted to chime in with the dream and just the energies at this time because I know it needs to be talked about. Even if it's one person that listens, it needs to be discussed. So this is going to be a pretty long video, just FYI warning, as I'm going to be tapping into different parts of my dream, but also different things that have been coming to me that's going on in various levels of our existence. And I had a conversation with someone on, I believe, Thursday or Friday, and we were talking about just the whole, lie of, how the Bible was given to us. And we know that the way that that information was presented and taught is, by far in a very elementary way, extremely, preschool, and is never elevated from preschool, and it never elevates the congregation, its members, our people of higher thinking. It keeps us in, pre-K in the Bible. And as we grow in our consciousness and our awareness of self, we start to dig deeper. We want to know more information, and we start to research and do our own study to get a clearer understanding based on our origin, all the biblical meanings and the metaphorical stories of what they actually mean and the direction that is given to us to help us on this path in this 3D reality. And then along with helping us on this path in this 3D reality, also in our astral travels, in our spiritual journeys outside of body experiences, it's also giving us information on how to navigate that as well. But, the BIBLE is not the only, excuse me, y'all. The BIBLE is not the only book that does that. It's not. And so with that being said, we begin to study outside of that as our awareness grows, as our knowledge grows, as we, elevate from pre-K, into a middle school consciousness. That's just, I'm just putting it real layman's terms. And then through that elevation, of course, with the new acquirement in, I would say, the last maybe 17, 16 years of various platforms that you can go on, such as YouTube and other platforms that we use socially that puts out information that our ancestors, some who aren't here anymore, Dr. Ben, Dr. Deborah Blair, some that are still here, that have given us this information on going deeper into the understanding of the innerverse and the outerverse, which we know are the same. And so for me, the dream state is what gives me the answers. And the dream state gives me a lot of answers. And sometimes I can't decipher it. It's very difficult for me to decipher. I've created this platform so that I can listen to it. Repetition, going back, listening to it. I also put it out there on this platform for others who may resonate or who can decipher dreams or who are, more attuned to that of interpretation gifting, that when they listen to it, they receive a message from the ancestors, from, a higher spiritual council of light in order to inform me and inform those who may read their comments. And then when I do share, I can inform those who are watching of the interpretation that was given. Most of the time, if it resonates with me, I will share it. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's one of those days. So yeah, if it resonates with me, I will share what that particular person or people may have interpreted my dream as what was given to them. And I've been going through a series of a lot of different dreams. I haven't, until recently, until like last night, I haven't really shared my dreams through the week. Most of my dreams through the week have included some type, I'm going to put it like this, just not to go too deep. It has included a person that is in my life, and it's just an ongoing saga. It's like every time I go to sleep, this person is in my dream. And I don't know, I haven't like say, hey, I want to help this person's karma, or I want to help this person. I want this weight of this person's karma or this person's shadow work to be put on me so I can work it. I have never said that. But it just keeps coming in my dreams where I'm seeing things, I'm helping, I'm seeing, I'm receiving. And it's like we're tag teaming it together. And I'm just like, where did I sign up for this? Like, I don't know. And so I haven't been sharing those dreams because they're not anything that could possibly be informative to the listeners, to those who are here for a higher awareness, which we're going to get into some other things that's going on the spiritual plane and this physical plane as well. But I don't feel like what that whole saga of what's going on in dream state is anything that would be helpful to those of us who are in this soul tribe together, those of us who are doing this light work, that are coming out of the dark into the light and doing the work and helping with the awakening mission. But I do want to put it out there for those who may understand what I'm going through at this particular time with this person, because yeah, we are friends in this reality. We're close, but this person is not spiritually attuned at a higher frequency, at a higher level. But there is some self-awareness. There is just not an in-depth spiritual journey that they are on. And I feel like a lot of that has been put on me. And I have no clue why. But I'm just putting it out there. So if you all could, know or can give me some insight into that, greatly appreciate it. But going to the other part of my dream last night, and I really want to dig into this because it was something that was quite interesting. I have had dreams similar to this before, where it felt like it was energies at odds. I don't know if you all looked at the video I did months ago on the Battle of the Gods. Very similar to that. So it started off in the dream of where I remember, because, of course, you just end up just dropping in the middle of a dream. You never have a beginning or a real clear end. But we were in like this hotel. It was a group. It was, I believe it was one female, maybe 2 or 3 men. And they were in this hotel room. They were in this room together, like watching TV, enjoying each other, having fun like friends do, just having conversation. One of them left out. When one of them left out, this person ended up summoning an energy that they were not supposed to summon. And this could be, this dream could be like a movie. He ended up summoning an energy that they all had agreed upon not releasing out. As a group, they had agreed not to release this energy out, like a spell or a conjuring type of energy. I'm not quite sure, but they weren't supposed to speak these words. They weren't supposed to release this energy out. He left out to do it. Now, this energy gives you the person who speaks the energy, and if it's accepted, these words are accepted, and if it's within your bloodline and it's accepted, it has to be accepted through the words. You have to speak the words correctly. 2, your bloodline. It has to be within your bloodline in order for this energy to accept you, in order for you to receive this rank. Once you do, then you are dropped down in as like this ruler or God. So it's like he leaves out. He goes into another part of the hotel on the balcony. He speaks these words. He conjures this energy up. When he conjures this energy up, it's like if you've ever seen in any movie, or you've seen like a king's chair, this throne chair. This throne comes out. This chair, it's like a black chair, but it's like a king's chair. It's a cushion and everything in it. It immediately comes out and slides right up under this person and sits him down. So the first person that did it, when he said the words, when he conjured the energy up, this chair came out and just pushed up under him and sat him down. That was one part of it. The second part, he has to stand up, he has to say these words, and he has to spit on the ground. This is the second part of the DNA, knowing that your DNA is a part of this, and it allows you through to the second level. The chair comes back out, pushes under him, drops him down to the next level. The next level, some things are happening. He's given rulership to move on. Certain powers and information is inputted into him. Okay. So that happens. He's given information. I saw another one of the men in the room do the same thing. He was informed on his, the first level, the chair come out. The second level, they have to spit on the ground. The third level, they're given information. On the third level, he was informed that the lady from the ionosphere has the dominant power to take over everything. But he doesn't know if she knows it or not. Now, that was one of the things the energy did not tell him. The energy did not tell him at all if she knew or if she did not know. So one of the things he was trying to do was recall parts of their interaction where it's like he saw her utilize her power and she may have known. It gets really interesting, y'all. Stay here. So I'm having this first eye, third eye vision going on right now. I can see everything. It's like I'm sitting in the sky watching all of this occur. I go back into the hotel room. They notice there's some people that's missing that haven't come back. One of the guys, and this is the part that was interesting, one of the guys the first guy that actually did the conjuring of that energy gets in the shower. He gets in the shower. Now, this is where I realized it was two parts of him. It was one part that was still in this physical realm that did not know what the other part of him did, dropping down to acquire this power energy. Right? And so he gets in the shower. He's wondering where the other people are. He's, doodling on the steam that's on the shower glass. And I'm in the shower with him. Third eye vision. He doesn't know that I'm there. And so I hear somebody coming in through the door. I'm like, somebody's coming in. He didn't hear it at first. But who was coming in was his other part of him, like a doppelganger. But this is the one that had all the powers. I can't say one was good and one was evil or bad or, good or benevolent and malevolent. I can't really say. I can say it felt as if the one who dropped down and received the powers had more of a knowing than the person that did not, that was in the shower. And the part of him that was in the shower was very unaware, no powers. He was just a regular ass man. The one that did have the powers knew, and he had the thought process to eradicate the man that was in the shower. I knew all of this because I had a knowing too. I'm consciousness. I'm not just, a physical person in existence in this dream. Now, remember I said the man in the shower could not see me. He didn't know that I was there. But the one that came in through the door, he saw me. And when he saw me, I was like, whoa, like nobody sees me. Like I'm in and out of dimensions. Nobody ever sees me. I'm just here. And that was shocking. So he saw me. He said, you need to leave now. And I was like, what the fuck? First of all, he see me. Then he tell me I need to go. So I'm not knowing what's about to happen. Neither do I care because he could see me. And people don't see me when I astral travel like that. So I leave out of the balcony of the window. I swing down 3 levels down until I swing all the way down to the bottom and I'm on concrete. And I have to take on a physical existence myself. It was crazy because it's like, okay, now I have to take on some type of physical existence. This is the part that gets interesting. There is, I swing down, I'm on the concrete. Now I'm like, okay, I have to have a costume, needless, lack of better words. I have to have a meat suit to get around in this reality, just like we do when we're like, hey, I'm going to drop back down on earth. I got to have a body. This is what happened. I'm this consciousness spirit. I'm like, hey, I got to have a body. Interesting enough, I see this dead body on the ground. I go to the dead body. I get his information out. He has on khaki pants, these brown khaki pants. I pick up the pants. It's like I take on this whole role of this man who was dead on the street. The whole get up. I'm walking down the street. I'm looking around. I'm trying to get familiar with, where I am, what time, what year. Like I'm trying to figure out everything that's going on. I hop on this bus and it's 2 black women. And they started to talk to me like they knew who I was. And they didn't know, but it was something about my energy. It's like they knew. One of them said to me, I have this energy that follows me and watches me everywhere I go. And I'm like, okay, I think one of these black women is the lady reincarnated energy from the ionosphere that they know has all the powers. So I'm like, who? I asked him, I'm like, who follows you around? Who just said that? And I thought it was one lady. She was like, no, it's her. So it's another black lady. He's like, it's her. It's this energy that follows me around all the time. And while she was far off, I'm seeing her and I'm trying to see the energy that she's saying, and everything starts to be glitchy. Like it starts to glitch out. And I don't recall, and that's when the end of the dream kind of fuzzes out and I wake up. But I thought it was really interesting. It was like each one of those individuals started out as like just regular mundane people, but it feels as if after I've tried to sit with this that they were regular people, and these energies from these higher realms or these higher spheres outside of the earth, like the ionosphere and everywhere else, has dropped down into physical bodies. We don't know. Well, let's put it like this. Some people don't know who these energies are in these regular human suits, except for those who are workers in this reality who can tell who is who and what is what, which is where I came into play. It's like I had to put a meat suit on too to play the role in the reality to actually see what was going on with these energies of who they were trying to, the one from the ionosphere that they were trying to actually win or actually get rid of in some type of way, because she was the one that had the ultimate powers, yet she didn't know she was the one who had the ultimate power, so they think. And so in their minds, as gods, if they can rid her of her energy, get rid of her, then they can take over the whole realm of our existence here on Earth. But again, they're not from Earth. They're from higher dimensions that drop down into Earth to take over Earth. It's just like a video game. But that's just one layer of things that are going on, because we are world within worlds. We're in various layers. Another thing that's going on that has been talked about, and I'm going away from the dream now, but you remember I was telling you all about the dream with the snake dragon and the Aurora Borealis. That was the last thing the snake dragon said to me, was Aurora Borealis. Was a lot of different energies going on with these solar flares. The solar flares are hitting, and I don't know if I shared with you all or not, but I had the dream about the tsunami. This has probably been back in September or so, somewhere in there. August, September, somewhere. But the tsunami, and it ended up being like a whirlpool, and it started to suck everything in. Well, now there has been a lot of talk on the news, articles, not really news because I don't watch it, but a lot of articles. I get news break on my phone of giving us more insight into these solar flares that are hitting the earth more frequently and hitting the United States in particular. I just received a message on my phone about that. And then also more talk has been around, I think it's Las Palmas, where the volcano is, that could turn into a tsunami and could wipe out the whole east coast of the United States. So as confirmations, the dreams can come as confirmations onto certain things that could happen in this reality. They can also come as a warning. So I definitely highly suggest you all, excuse me. Good, it's coming out. I highly suggest you all please pay attention to your dreams. If you're not someone who is documenting your dreams, you need to start documenting your dreams in some type of way. I'm using, the video. You all can do video. You all can write it down. In some type of way, this information needs to get out so we all can connect and we can start to heighten our awareness even more. Not just getting ready in the physical realm, but we're getting ready in the spiritual side, which is the powerful. So yeah, sharing helps you. So you can go back and you can like, oh, this is what's going on. Oh, this is what's going on. So it helps you to go back and listen. Is for your own spiritual research of what's going on. But it also helps other people who need to know, or it may come up and you can go back, oh, let me go back to my journal and let me go back to my notes. Whether it's dreams, whether it's a trip that you have on psychedelics, that you see things, whatever it is that you're receiving vision and information, you need to keep record of it in some type of way, because yeah, we are in these physical bodies and the mind can forget easily. So it's going to be best that you keep some type of documentation where you can go back and read it or listen to it. I know for me, looking at the videos is just an easy way for me to go back and know what's going on or what I've said or recall a dream, because we have so many dreams. If you're like me, you have so many dreams. You're like, hey, I don't, sometimes people bring up, that dream that you said, and I'm like, hold up, when was it? Let me go back. Let me look at the videos, and then it'll start to refresh my memory. So, yeah. There was many other parts of the dreaming last night. I also had a dream where, I was working at this doctor's office and they were against chemo. They were saying that the chemotherapy does not to be in the hospital because it is killing people more than it is helping people. There were some doctors that were against it. And we were part of a team that was fighting against chemo, not having chemo in the hospital, because it was harming. It was really there to kill people. And that was an interesting move within itself. I was also listening in on a friend go through what seemed to be like divorce with the attorneys and what they were willing to give up, what they weren't willing to give up, going through all of that. And I had to listen in on that. That was weird. So I like I told you all, when my astral travels, I get to hear things that are in this reality. I get to go into parallel universes. I get to have a first eye view, and usually entities can't see me. But when he saw me last night, I was like, whoa, let me get out of here then. He told me to leave. He's like, it's best that you leave. And it was like, he was saying that, like, if you don't leave, then we going to war. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know what that would entail. So let me get my ass out of here. Because it was like he was getting ready to come in and let his other side of him know who he was and what he had done. And he was getting ready to get rid of him. That's what it felt like. And what all that was going to entail, I didn't know, and I didn't want to be a part of it. So yeah, everybody, these are some things that are going on in this realm and in other realities. So if you're someone who has dreams, if you can interpret dreams, if anything that I said today sounds mystical or crazy or just out of this world, thank you. I appreciate it. I love it when it sounds crazy, because they have programmed us to believe that what sounds outlandish and out of this world is crazy, and is really way closer to the truth than what they're actually giving us. So if this sounds crazy to you, and I highly suggest that you do a little bit more research and go into the depths of your mind. That's all I'm doing right now with the dreams, is uncovering the depths of the mind. And I appreciate if you watched up until this point. I appreciate you watching. Allow me to share with you. If you're an interpreter of this dream mean anything to you, please comment below. Follow me on Instagram, The Black Fit Witch. And I'm sending out love, blessings, and always high frequencies.